My goodness gracious. It is finally the weekend. I have clocked out. I am leaving work. The weekend is officially started. So glad. Boy, today was crazy. Like, that is one thing about like a 9-to-5 job, even though it's never really 9 to 5, but that is something about a 9-to-5 job. Like, it doesn't matter what you do for a living. Like, you're glad when it's Friday or whatever and you're done. You can just relax. Well, I would say relax and enjoy your weekend, but there is no such thing as relaxing and enjoying your weekend. Like, oh, I think I know that person. But I was like, oh. Anyway, so it's been good. So we're gonna have a fun weekend this weekend. I'm ready for it. You know, one thing that just, I don't know, blows my mind, but like, as parents, we spend countless hours, and just admit it, we spend countless time and energy and effort just putting in all this to just energy, time and effort, everything, hours to make sure that our kids enjoy their lives. And we may nag and we may push and everything like that to make sure that they, make good grades, that they're cleaning their room, that they're eating good, and they got good friends that are setting a good example for them. And we may be nagging them, but we also do things so that they can enjoy their life. So they may be sitting over there going, oh my gosh, she's just being such a nag. But at the same breath, it's like, do you see how much we do for you? Like, so that you will have this great life that you can enjoy. And, when they sit there and they'll say things, some kids, not all kids, but, well, what do I say? Like, I was the same way. But, where kids will sit there and they'll say things like, oh, my parents are such a bore, they do nothing for me. But you bust your butt to make sure they have nice clothes and they do everything they want and everything, and it's just like, wow. So I guess it's just natural for kids to be just so ungrateful. But I don't know, sometimes it really gets to me, and other times it's like, okay. But yeah, just think about it. Just honestly pat yourself on the back, because you do. Oh, look, there's a sticker on my glasses. You do a lot. You do a lot for your kids, whether they're your personal kids, or they're your nieces or nephews or siblings, or just some random kid or friend's kid. Like, you should pat yourself on the back. Like, you do. You are probably like me, and you spend countless time and effort and money and everything else to make sure that your kids enjoy their lives, and that you give them more than you had yourself. And how many parents are out there? I want my kids to have more than I had. How many parents say that? Hello. I think every parent in the world says that. And so, I don't know. I think we all say that. And so it just kind of one of those things. It's like, and then they complain, oh, I want to do, or they say, oh, I want to do this. And what do? You try to make it happen, or they talk about this new thing or that new thing, or this thing that they want to do, or that thing they want to do. Or like, you make it happen, because that's what you do as a parent. So, you know what? All them parents out there, go pat yourself on the back. Whether your kid acts grateful or not, you know what? Pat yourself on the back, because you deserve it as the, and whether, actually, you know what, you as a person, because you may not be the parent, you may be the grandparent, you may be the aunt, you may be the uncle, you may be a friend, whoever you are to that child, like, you should pat yourself on the back. Or if you may even be an adult doing it to another adult, like, you should really pat yourself on the back and go, dang it, you know, I do so much, and they may not be grateful for it, but you know what? You should pat yourself on the back for all the effort you put into it, and just be like, wow, I do a lot. And I don't know, I'm about to put like a whole new spin on this video, and I don't know if I'm gonna put it in this video or another video altogether, but I was just thinking, like, actually a friend came up with the idea, and then I kind of twisted it, or like put my own little spin on it. But I was thinking the other day, she had said, like, you know, teaching her kids and stuff, and so she had stopped doing everything, and I was like, man, I think that's such a great idea. And I was thinking about that. I said, you know, whether your kids are acting like brats or not, I mean, even teaching your kids to be grateful, even if they're not even, you know, like, even if they're not even showing a bratty side, or they're not even showing that they're ungrateful, but maybe, like, your kids just don't even say thank you, but you just still wanted to teach them to have gratitude and gratefulness. And I was like, you know, that would be a great lesson, even if they're not acting up, to just, like, not even acknowledge them, or not to do their laundry, or not to spend time with them, or not to plan anything, or maybe to, like, if you have older kids, if you have younger kids, this wouldn't work, but if you have older kids, to, like, just leave the house, or plan something and not take them with you, or not plan to do it with them, like, maybe plan to do it with somebody else, or somebody else's kids, like, and see how long it took them to say something to you, and then say something like, how do you feel about that? Oh, you don't like that, you know? Or that made you mad, you know? It's like, well, I think in this house we need to spend a little bit more time being grateful. And I don't feel like that, you know, we're grateful, or I don't feel like, I'm treated with respect, or that you're grateful for what I do. And then if your child is being ungrateful, it's like, well, when you pull that, I see you as being ungrateful, and that really hurts me. You know, it's like teaching your kids, and I think for them it's like, oh, I mean, to me that would be like just a jab, like, oh my gosh, oh, I'm being so hurtful right now, I'm being so disrespectful. But I don't know, I mean, that was just like, man, that'd be the ultimate dig. So, and then I kind of showed myself, like, oh, when am I being disrespectful and ungrateful, and, you know, what parts of my life can I work on? So then that gave me an idea for tonight. So I think I'm going to work on something, and I'm going to work on it with the kids, because I kind of felt like sometimes when I think of it, and I think of how much I do, and I do it for, you know, for the people in my life, whether it's the kids or it's somebody else, and then I think, oh, then, you know, when they act up, or someone acts up, and then I get really, really upset, and I'm like, or when I create something, and then, or I find something that I would like everybody to do, and then nobody wants to do it, it like really, really upsets me, and then I think, I get all upset about it, and I just feel like everybody's ungrateful for all the time and effort I put into it. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, maybe I need to back up and so act like a spoiled brat. And then sometimes I'm like, okay. So I don't know, I just think that sometimes maybe I do need to back up, and then sometimes I think that they do, like you do, like everybody needs to realize where their faults are in it, and maybe we all need that lesson. So I don't think it's a bad idea to all be taught a little bit of lesson about gratitude and gratefulness, and that, you know what, sometimes you need a pat on the back and like, hey, you're doing just what you need to be doing, or you're doing a great job, and just because they don't say thank you, you know what, when they have a brat fit every once in a while, sometimes you gotta check yourself. You gotta check yourself as the parent, as the person, and then sometimes you gotta have your kids check themselves and teach them like, oh dang, that was disrespectful. So that's my 2 cents today. Anyway, I'm about to run into the store real fast. Maybe I'll talk to you, maybe I won't. I don't know. Bye, guys.